If you're over 60, every movement you make, every step you choose to take or not to take, can deeply affect your heart. What if I told you that some popular exercises, the very ones you believe are strengthening you, might actually be quietly harming your heart every single day? I'm not here to alarm you. I'm here to protect you. As a cardiologist practicing in a small-town clinic, I've seen countless seniors walk in feeling perfectly fine, only to uncover high blood pressure, irregular heartbeats, or subtle signs of cardiac stress they never imagined. And in many of these cases, the culprit wasn't a poor diet or inactivity. It was the wrong kind of movement. Exercises that are too intense, too sudden, or simply too demanding for a heart that's gracefully aging and requires a gentler kind of care. Most seniors don't even realize they're making this mistake. In this video, I'm urging you to stop 5 specific types of exercise that may be weakening your heart instead of strengthening it. But don't worry, I'll also guide you towards safer, more heart-friendly alternatives. Keep watching, because your heart deserves the best. And the very first habit I'll mention might be something you're doing right now. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that button and turn on notifications so you never miss another health tip made just for you. If you find this video helpful, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 so I can improve the content for you. Number 1. High-intensity interval training, or HIIT, a silent threat to the aging heart. After 60, your heart isn't the same resilient engine that carried you through youth. It becomes more fragile, more vulnerable, and far less tolerant of extremes. That's why HIIT, with its bursts of intense effort followed by brief rests, can be one of the riskiest workouts for older adults. As a cardiologist, I've witnessed too many older patients diving into trendy high-T workouts, believing that pushing themselves harder means living longer. But the truth is, these exercises put sudden, immense pressure on hearts that may already struggle with hypertension, arrhythmias, or stiffened arteries. When you push yourself into breathless, rapid states, your heart has to work harder and faster than is safe. For many seniors, this doesn't build strength. It builds risk. Even worse, the damage isn't always immediate. The heart strains quietly. Blood pressure spikes subtly. Electrical rhythms falter. You might feel a little dizzy or more tired than usual, brushing it off as just aging. But inside, your heart is waving a red flag, one that's too often ignored until it's too late. What's most heartbreaking is that many seniors embrace these workouts because they want to stay independent, live longer, and keep pace with younger friends. But pushing beyond your body's limits can lead to emergency room visits or life-altering events. Exercise should strengthen your heart, not break it. Gentle walking, Tai Chi, light swimming. These are the quiet heroes of senior heart health. They support your body without shocking it. They work with your heart, not against it. In your 60s, 70s, and beyond, safety is strength. Sustainability is success. But there's another common mistake I see all the time. One that doesn't just involve movement, but posture and pressure. And unfortunately, it's hiding in plain sight at gyms and home workouts everywhere. If you're still watching and find these insights valuable, please comment 1 below to let me know you're with me. Now, let's gently turn to point number 2. 2. Abdominal crunches and heavy lifting. Exercises often seen as pillars of strength, but which, paradoxically, can turn against your heart as you age. There's a widely held belief that building muscle shields us from the fragility of growing older. And in many ways, that is true. Strong muscles support our mobility, balance, and independence, the very essence of a life well lived. Yet, as a cardiologist serving a quiet coastal community, I have witnessed a more subtle and troubling reality beneath this surface. When older adults like Mrs. Eleanor Davis engage in crunches, sit-ups, or heavy lifting without truly understanding the invisible forces they unleash inside their bodies, they may unknowingly be placing their hearts in jeopardy. You see, what many seniors don't realize is that the strain during an abdominal crunch or while hoisting a heavy kettlebell causes a sudden spike in pressure deep within the abdomen and chest. This pressure does not remain confined. It presses inward and upward, forcing the heart to respond with an abrupt surge in blood pressure. For a heart already weathered by stiffened arteries or silent plaque buildup, this can become the fragile tipping point. I recall patients like Mr. Harold Jenkins, who suddenly fainted mid-rep, or others who felt sharp chest pains during what they believed was a routine workout. Some even suffered dangerous arrhythmias shortly thereafter. The heartache in these stories lies in the irony. These individuals were not neglecting their health, they were fighting to preserve it. But the truth we must face is that the body at 65 or 70 carries scars of time, its circulatory system less elastic, its heart more vulnerable to sudden shocks. A single misplaced lift or an improperly executed abdominal move can lead to consequences no one ever anticipates in their fitness journey. So, what is the answer? It is not to abandon strength training altogether, but to approach it with mindful care. Replace heavy weights with resistance bands. Embrace slow, deliberate movements. Seek guidance from trainers who truly understand the delicate balance of an aging heart. You don't have to give up building strength. You just need to stop surprising your body with shocks it cannot handle. Yet, even beyond exertion, some dangers lurk quietly in the environment, things unseen but deeply felt by the heart whenever the weather shifts. This brings us to point 3, exercising in extreme temperatures, a silent adversary to your heart. Exercise is celebrated as a path to better health, and rightly so. But for seniors, when and where you move is as vital as how you move. I've watched well-meaning elders like Mrs. Grace Thompson step outside on a frosty autumn morning or a blazing summer afternoon, unaware that the very air around them was conspiring against their heart's well-being. After 60, the body's natural thermostat falters. In the cold, blood vessels tighten to conserve heat, causing blood pressure to climb, a natural defense that can overburden hearts already carrying the weight of hypertension or clogged arteries. In scorching heat, vessels dilate, the heart races to cool the body, and dehydration creeps in faster than expected. In both extremes, the heart is forced to work harder, not from exercise itself, but from a primal fight for survival. I have seen patients collapse during neighborhood walks in summer's heat or struggle to catch their breath after only minutes in the winter chill. These are not rare exceptions. They are urgent calls for attention. Many seniors underestimate how delicately sensitive the cardiovascular system becomes to temperature swings. Your heart doesn't need to run a marathon to be strained. Exposure to the wrong environment at the wrong time is enough. Exercise should nurture your body, not threaten it. For seniors, this often means choosing comfort over challenge. Find refuge in indoor spaces with stable temperatures. Drink water generously before, during, and after movement. Dress thoughtfully in layers that breathe or warm as needed. And most importantly, listen deeply when your body murmurs its warning before it must shout. While the weather is an external adversary, another, more hidden danger lies within the style of movement many seniors favor, especially those fast, jarring motions that disrupt more than just balance. What unfolds next may surprise you. If you're still here, finding these truths meaningful, please comment 1 below to let me know you're with me. Now, let's gently continue with point number 4. 4. Jumping, rapid movements and sudden changes in direction, the hidden turbulence within an aging body. There's a certain allure to fast-paced exercise. It feels like a bold stand against the passage of time. Jumping jacks, stair sprints, burpees, or brisk aerobics might seem harmless, even invigorating. Yet, for those over 60, these very movements can quietly unsettle a body that no longer absorbs shocks, speeds, or sudden twists like it once did. I've witnessed patients like Mr. Samuel Bennett, strong, proud elders, trying to keep pace with younger classmates in local fitness groups or following energetic online workouts. Soon after, many come into my clinic describing dizzy spells, pounding hearts, or worse, falls they cannot explain. This is not a sign of weakness. It's the reality of biology. As we age, our nervous system slows its responses. Our balance becomes more fragile, and our arteries lose their flexibility. Quick movements, jumping up, twisting, pivoting, create a storm inside the cardiovascular system. Blood pressure can swing wildly, the heart may race irregularly, and oxygen delivery struggles to keep pace. These motions don't just challenge muscles, they confuse the body. What seems like a simple jump or lunge to a younger person is, for the aging body, a complex test of coordination, circulation, and recovery. For seniors with even mild heart conditions, the risks of arrhythmias or dangerous falls become very real. What touches me most is that these seniors are often simply trying to stay active, maintain youthfulness, and hold on to their independence. But true strength at this stage of life isn't measured by speed. It's found in control. Not how fast you move, but in how gently you protect what matters most: your heart, your balance, your peace. Slow, flowing exercises such as qigong, gentle water aerobics, or mindful stretching may seem modest, but they are deeply powerful. They steady the body, calm the heart, and invite longevity without risk. Yet even with mindful movement, there lurks another threat, not in how we exercise, but when. Especially when your routine collides with something as subtle and universal as bedtime. Fifth, exercising too late at night, when good intentions unknowingly interrupt the heart's most profound healing. At first glance, evening workouts appear practical. The day's work is done, the house quiets, and finally, there's time to move. But for those of us in our 60s, 70s, and beyond, what seems convenient can quietly undermine one of the body's most vital survival processes: restorative sleep. I've seen many seniors like Mrs. Olivia Harper take an after-dinner walk, do light cardio, or fit in a late-night session in the name of discipline. Their hearts are in the right place, but they may not realize that even gentle exertion too close to bedtime can stimulate the nervous system, raise heart rate, and delay the body's natural descent into deep, healing rest. As we age, sleep becomes fragile. Our internal rhythms, the circadian cycles, grow more sensitive to disruption. Late-night exercise, especially if it raises core temperature or adrenaline, signals to your body, stay alert, just when it needs to unwind. Herein lies the hidden danger. Poor sleep is closely linked to higher blood pressure, increased inflammation, insulin resistance, even irregular heart rhythms. Your heart needs rest just as desperately as your muscles do, perhaps even more. If you routinely sacrifice deep sleep for late activity, you may unknowingly be robbing your heart of its most precious time to repair and recover. It's not that seniors shouldn't move, it's that movement must honor the body's natural cycles. Exercising in the morning or early afternoon supports better sleep, steadier energy, and a more balanced cardiovascular system. Let your evenings be a time to slow down, not speed up. Because while sleep is when your heart heals, there is something else just as vital during those waking hours, a habit so small, so easily overlooked, that many seniors never give it a thought until it quietly becomes the very thing putting their hearts at risk. 6. A heartfelt message from me to you, the quiet strength of truly listening to your body. If you've stayed with me this far, thank you. It shows you care, not just about adding years to your life, but about enriching those years with meaning and vitality. And so now, I want to speak to you, not as a doctor, but as someone who has witnessed too much preventable suffering. For decades, I've sat beside elders like Mrs. Margaret Collins in hospital rooms and clinics, strong, wise, full of stories and life, until one decision, one habit, or one workout quietly stole it all away. And so many of them whispered the same haunting words, "I didn't think it was a big deal." That phrase lingers in my mind because when you're past 60, almost everything becomes a big deal. What you eat, how you move, when you rest, how you manage stress, they all matter profoundly. Your heart, after beating tirelessly for decades, is gently asking for your attention. Not out of fear, but out of necessity. You don't need to train like you did at 30. You don't have to chase an image of what active aging looks like if it means pushing beyond what your body can safely handle. What you truly need is consistency, kindness, and awareness. There's no medal for overexertion, only the priceless reward of waking each morning with a steady heart and a clear mind. Let go of the myth that more is always better. Start choosing wiser, not harder. Walk with presence. Rest with purpose. Move in harmony with your age, not in defiance of it. That is strength. That is courage. That is what protects your heart. Yet even as you embrace safer habits and gentler movement, there's one more trap I must warn you about. It's not found in the moments you push yourself, but in the moments you don't move at all. When the cost of doing nothing quietly builds, the silent threat to your heart's rhythm. Your heart deserves your wisdom, not your silence. If there is one truth I've learned over decades of caring for hearts, it is this. The heart asks for very little, but it gives you everything. It beats without command. It carries you through every emotion, every step, every year. But after 60, your heart needs you to listen, not with fear, but with reverence. The 5 exercises I asked you to stop aren't bad by nature. They simply aren't designed for an aging heart. What once energized you may now exhaust you. What once built strength may now invite strain. And that is okay. Aging isn't weakness, it is wisdom. Your path forward isn't about pushing harder. It is about moving smarter, breathing deeper, and choosing what heals instead of what harms. Because your health isn't measured in sweat or speed, it is measured in the quiet strength of consistency, balance, and care. Let today be the day you start protecting your heart, not punishing it. And if no one has told you this yet, know this. You are not too old. It is not too late. Every gentle choice you make adds life to your years, and years to your life. Now, take that next step carefully, kindly, and with your heart fully in mind. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. And now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned here that you plan to bring into your life. Let's support one another on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you found this video helpful, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means the world to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more heartfelt content. Thank you for watching. Here's to living life on your own terms.